let's have an amazing conversation now about, what to track in terms of the numbers and why this is such an important conversation. And, why was I so excited about, Mandy and her team putting together a tracking system for us? Why is your boss so excited? One of the biggest selling points, when I was kind of selling your boss on making this huge investment, like a big financial investment to hire you, hire my outdesk, to hire you, to hire me. One of the big selling points was I said the virtual assistant, their numbers will be tracked. And that was a big, major selling point. And I want you in this presentation to understand why that's such a big selling point. Okay, not just it's a big selling point because we're going to hold you so accountable and we want to track every minute of what you do, and we might as well put a camera on top of you so that you feel like you're stressed and watched. That's not the case at all. We want the basic minimum level of accountability as an employee, of course. But tracking your numbers is it's way bigger, way more important than just the simple, are you tracking me just to make sure I'm working? The answer is absolutely not. Look, we already know you're working. We have an expectation that you're going to do a start of day report and an end of day report. You're going to work your 4 hours, you're going to work your 8 hours. Like, we already expect that. That's not at all while I'm tracking. But what we really do want to know is about really how you use your time. And we're not interested in like the how you use your time, because like we want to know everything you're doing. Did you go to the bathroom? Did you not go to the bathroom? And are you making more calls? That's not at all. What we want to know is, can we help you on how to get better results with your time? That's all that we want to know. So I want to track because I want to know, okay, great. Like, if you only made, 20 dials and you only talked to 2 people in this hour, cool. The question is not, well, why aren't you calling more? It's more of, what can I do to help you with that hour? Is that because you were doing some administration? Is that because you were role playing? Is that because you were, uploading it, the contacts? Tell me about all of that stuff so I can help you utilize your time more effectively. So it's not a checking in to see if you're working. We already expect that, right? Is the tracker designed to make my life miserable? The obvious answer is no, but I have been tracking prospectors' results and numbers for over 12 years, and I've tracked thousands of prospectors forever. And, it always feels like that in the beginning. I was like, oh, I hate this. The freaking form, I forgot to do that. Oh, man, I totally forgot here. And, oh, I forgot, and it's like, where? And in the beginning, tracking feels like this is a miserable process. But the truth is, for you guys, it's really about creating job security. But what do I mean by job security? What I really mean is, listen, the most successful prospectors, business people, sales people in the world, the wealthiest people in the world are obsessive with tracking their numbers. So part of this is not just, I want you to track because we want more results, which is obvious. But really, the other part of that is, it's business maturity. When you're tracking and understanding your numbers at a higher level, your business maturity will start to rise. Your ability to write a business plan gets easier. You can write a business plan. Your ability to create super effective schedules gets way better. Your ability to set goals, your ability to predict your financial outcomes becomes there through your understanding and tracking of the numbers. So is it designed to make you miserable? Hell no. It's designed for you to create the next level of business maturity and create the next level of financial security. Okay? So, should you stress about the tracker? No. You should be like, are you going to be perfect? No. Are you going to forget? Yes. But I don't want you to be stressed about us, because this is about you and having this awesome tool that helps you create better results and a better financial future for you. I mean, aren't you committed to creating the best results possible just for your own satisfaction? Just, as a human being, knowing that it's like, I'm trying to just get a little bit better every day. Do whatever it takes to create more income, more job security for myself and my family, to, be able to have more recognition and to, have more praise, have more people say, man, you're doing such a great job. Look at the results. Look at the numbers. Look at the activity. You are doing a fantastic job. Right? So that, when I was reviewing all of your guys' resumes, it's like, and I asked a few prospectors, I was like, what were your numbers? They had no clue what their numbers were. But boom, let's just say you're like, I hate this job and I want to go get an even better job selling something even more expensive, trying to make even more money. In your next resume, you're like, here's my numbers. Here's the level of effectiveness that I was as a powerful salesperson and prospector. When you have your own numbers to report, you now have 10 times more power for your future. So should you stress about the tracker? No. But should you be intense about it for you? Yes. Now, we all know prospecting's a numbers game. So, but what does that mean to you? Do you understand what that means? Prospecting's a numbers game. Because it's not like, oh, prospecting's a number game, and if I just talk to enough people, I know I'll get a result. Prospecting's a numbers game like, whoa, if I can just, I know right now if I spend an hour on new expireds, 2 hours on old expireds, I spend 2 hours on database calls, I spend 5 hours on just listed, just sold, inside 1 week, and about 2 hours on lead follow-up, I can produce about 2 solid listing appointments. I can produce about 10 solid leads and about 20 people that I'm going to need to follow up on. And when I produce those numbers every month, I will be able to produce 4 listings for my boss, contract signed, which will turn into 2 sales a month. And when I'm able to produce 2 sales a month predictably with the schedule that I created for my boss, I promise you there will be ridiculous amounts of bonus coming your way. So, how well do you know your numbers? Right? We've got to master the numbers game. The more you know the numbers, the easier this job becomes. The second thing is, people get frustrated with prospecting. They quit prospecting because they don't know their numbers. Right? It's just so easy to get frustrated fast. Oh, this just doesn't work. I mean, I call for hours and you don't get any lead. Nothing happens. Right? That's a total general statement. What lead source were you calling? What was your call to contact ratio? What's your call to voicemail ratio? You know, what was your, how many times did you get through the script completely? You know, how many times did you get the same objection? Right? Okay, cool. Well, there it is. Now, if we understand that, it's easy. Oh, well, just fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that. Go. Oh, okay, wow. Boom. Results immediately. So it's, you know, if you just like, I don't track, and I just make general statements, oh, it's just tough, no one ever answers, this needle in a haystack, you know, this is a horrible lead source, and you just keep saying that no one ever answers the phone, no one answers the phone, all I get is voicemails, all I get is wrong numbers, general, 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 negative, 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 then in your mind, might as well quit because this doesn't work. Game over. You see how quickly that can happen? You know, and that it's like, it's so critical, but that's not even a part of your conversations. When you're tracking your numbers and understanding your numbers, you don't even think in those stupid generalities, right? How important is knowing your numbers for you as to grow and to get better? It's everything, right? You know, if you don't feel like you're getting better, getting smarter, getting more valuable, you know, being challenged, overcoming challenge, creating better results. If you don't feel that, if you're not in that game, then this is a miserable job. But the only way to know that stuff is for you to be tracking your numbers, right? You know, I wrote down, so many of you are awesome on the phone. You're great with the scripts. But if you're not tracking your numbers, I have no idea if you're getting any better, right? You don't even know. Okay, as we've discussed, understanding is the power. You know, this is a powerful statement. Learning to read your own numbers, understand them, predict them, play games with them. One of my buddies is going to do some expireds. I'm calling some expireds next week. And one of my buddies is like, let's create a competition. He just said that to me this morning. I'm like, that's a great idea. Because he's an athlete, super competitive. I'm an athlete. I'm super competitive. Both of us probably don't want to make those expired calls. But the moment we put a little competition on it, boom, game on. We're in. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to get a few other people to play the game with us. I'm going to create a group. We're going to have a group competition. But guess what we're going to competing with? Our numbers. So we're going to now have games going, but it's all about the numbers, right? And then, of course, goals, which everybody wants, is bonuses, bonuses. I want more bonuses. You want more money? Good. Know your numbers. Start talking to your boss about your numbers, and start, you know, saying, I'm getting you 2, you know, appointments a month, and they're like, thank you so much, I'm loving it. And then you're like, well, their natural next conversation is, give me more you know, appointments. And then you're like, would you please reward me for those appointments? And they'll say yes. Okay, the money is there. We just need the results to show. Okay. You know, I just want you to understand these numbers, but the bottom 2 are the only ones really that we need to know. But I need you to get a sense, have an understanding of the first 4. So you don't need to be an expert in the first 4, but you just need to have a good sense of them. But the bottom 2 are the critical: call to conversation, call to lead, call to appointment, call to contract signed, and then call to sale, or conversation to sale, or contact is the same as conversation, right? Contact, conversation, same thing. Okay, so we want contact to lead, contact to appointment, contact to contract signed, contact to sale. So I asked one of my friends the other day who's calling expireds, because I was like, man, hey, how's it going, man? And I said, what's your ratio, to one of my good friends? He says, you know, I'm about 30 contacts to an appointment with expireds. I was like, cool, thank you for telling me that, because I made 10 already, and none of them were any good, right? So I'm like, he's really good. He's at 30 to 1. So if he's at 30 contacts to an appointment, and I'm at 10 contacts to no appointments, well then I got to make like 40 to 50 because he's better than me. So I got to make 40 to 50 contacts for me to probably get an appointment. So cool, I just got a long way to go. I just need to turn it on. I need to make more contacts. That's it. But if you don't know the ratio of, contact to an appointment for that particular lead source, then we're just like, oh, I've talked, Patrick, it just doesn't work. No one answers the phone. This lead source just is not good. Well, how many contacts you make? I don't know, a lot. How much time did you spend? A lot. That doesn't mean shit to me, right? How many hours? How many contacts? How many people did you go all the way through the script? How many leads? Well, I got a lot of leads. Well, how many leads did you get? Well, I got a lot of leads, but I got no appointments. Well, how many calls? How many contacts? How many leads? How many hours did you spend? Well, wait a minute. You only spent 4 hours, and you got like 6 leads. That's awesome! What the hell's your problem? We need to just, let's listen to the leads. What's going on with the leads? Because maybe those leads were actually appointments. You just weren't there yet. So it's probably 4 hours, 60 contacts, 10 leads, but probably there's 2 appointments in the 10 leads. That's awesome. But if we don't know that, then we're in this general state of, I spent 4 hours. Hope you guys are laughing about that. Knowledge equals confidence. Ignorance equals fear. When you know your numbers, you understand your numbers, you have a relaxed sense of confidence. When you don't know your numbers, you don't understand your numbers, it's all fear. Okay? So, and I know all of you, it's about making more money. Look, I get that. Okay, so that's why the tracker is so critical, so that you are able to create more income than just the salary. Your bonuses will only come when you have strong numbers. Not result. You know your numbers, and you're following through with your numbers, and you're following up on your boss's numbers, right? And now, once you can start creating some flow, you can say, the boss will naturally say to you, okay, for every appointment, for every listing contract signed, for every sale, like that's a natural next conversation. I will have it with them. I showed them this they just saw this. They saw this slide. Right? I will be making recommendations to them. Here's how it's should work. So we're all on board. Let's just get you on board. Okay? So our tracker should become your best friend. Right? Not your enemy. Right? Not your nuisance. Not your stress. It's your best friend. And I need to make it even better. It's not even good. I need your guys' feedback. Like, oh, it's not working. Like, this sucks. I need better. I need more. I need a better. No, let's add these 2 things into them. Right? The tracking system that my father created for real estate agents, like everybody's like, no, add this thing to it. We want to track this. No, we want to track that. We want to track this. We want to. And he's finally like, shit, we can't track any more stuff. But everybody wanted to track more stuff because the more we track, the more power we had. So I need your guys' feedback on the tracker so that we can figure out how to make it amazing for you, right? So that you can, say to your, you could set a goal for yourself in 2015. I am going to make, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $6,000 additional dollars in bonuses because I'm tracking my numbers, right? That's what this is about. So is the tracker your enemy, or is your ticket to making a shitload of money this year? Which one is it? Okay, so step up your game, give me some feedback, help the, Mandy's team, help them really take this tracker to the next level. I need your support with making this tracker awesome.